Blended learning, a great way to make sure that students will learn effectively in and outside of the classroom. Blended learning has several names. It can also be called hybrid learning, synchronous learning, or computer collaborative learning. What is blended learning? It's a method of teaching that allows teachers to combine face-to-face classroom time with remote assignments that are completed with the use of technology. Why use blended learning? The United States Department of Education recently reported that it found some evidence to support the notion that blended learning is more effective than either face-to-face learning or online learning by themselves. How does it work? Teachers design lessons that pair remote assignments to either prep kids for class or support work that was completed in class. For example, a teacher might have kids prep for an in-class debate by accessing an historical document online. Then they can respond to reflective questions using a synchronous form of technology, like an online chat room, or an asynchronous form, such as by posting responses on a class Facebook page. Students can receive feedback from their peers and their instructor and arrive in class ready to engage in a lively debate. Who's using blended learning? People who have difficulty physically attending class. A person may be ill, live in a remote location, or just have a really busy life. Teachers who use blended learning really want their students to be prepared for class and to have meaningful follow-up afterwards. Why is blended learning significant? Blended learning makes education accessible to students who otherwise may not be able to attend class. It also makes class prep and follow-up truly meaningful, as it allows students to communicate with each other and teachers before and after class. What are the downsides to blended learning? Teachers and students must be comfortable using technology, and they must have access to technology. This is something that is often difficult in lower income areas. Where is it going? Blended learning is becoming increasingly popular. Colleges and universities use online learning and blended classes to make degrees accessible to students. High school classes are also moving in this direction. According to a report issued by Stanford University, at-risk students specifically stand to benefit from a blended learning environment. It is a hope that in the future, policymakers and educators will plan for blended learning classrooms. What are the implications of blended learning for teaching and learning? Blended learning allows students to have more control. They get to decide the time, location, and pace at which they learn, while still being a part of a class community. It also gives teachers the opportunity to communicate with students outside of the classroom, to assign more meaningful work, and to check for understanding before class begins. Blended learning can be really flexible. A teacher can design a lesson plan that is 20% remote learning, 80% classroom learning, or just the reverse. Overall, blended learning is an extremely effective tool that can only enhance your classroom instruction.
Created using Powtoon.